Why is discipline the answer to all successes? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So yes, you guessed it. Today we are talking everything about discipline, ownership and accountability. But the big message here is applying discipline. And my question to you is, how disciplined are you within your personal, professional and financial life? We're going to get into it in today's video because for me, it has been the defining factor to me making strides in my life and achieving certain goals. If I had no discipline, I would not be where I am today at 30 years old. I have no idea where I would be. So what I want to do is challenge everyone watching. Are you really applying discipline and consistency day in, day out? Showing up when you really don't want to. And we're going to cover off several points, which is really important about discipline. We're going to go through accountability, ownership, having less excuses, just doing it, showing up every day, to educate yourself every day, to be disciplined to do that. Learning and meeting new people is really important. Having high standards in everything that you do. There is no growth in being comfortable, and also the benefits of being disciplined. Again, in your health, your mindset, your outlook on life, feeling that you have some purpose, self-fulfillment, looking back and thinking, yeah, I did really well. And the reason I done well is because I was hard on myself. I was accountable. I took full ownership, and you didn't point the finger and blame other things. If you are disciplined, you don't fall into bad habits. Typically, and most days are positive. You keep moving forward. That's a message I really want to pass on. Discipline is about progress. It's about challenging yourself. We're in a world at the moment, unfortunately, where we are competing, or it seems to be that we are competing with everyone online. We open up our phones and we think, my God, they're in their 20s and they're earning a fortune. They're flying to Dubai, business class. Everyone's got a luxury sports car. Everyone's got jewelry. Everyone's living life to their, to the best. They're living life to the fullest. It's not like that. So what you need to do is you need to stop competing with other people. You need to take a good long look in the mirror at yourself and say, right, you're my challenge. You're my competition. And the reason you're my competition is because I want to better myself. So it's really looking at yourself and saying, I'm going to be the best version of me. But in order to do that, you need accountability. You need to 100% own everything that you do. And most importantly, Monday to Monday, you apply discipline. So what are the reasons, or let's go through the top 5 reasons why discipline is good. It's consistent. So you're showing up every day. So you're going to make progress. You can achieve goals. You have better time management because you're holding yourself accountable. You develop much faster if you're holding yourself accountable. You develop resilience. You adapt to things changing around you. Opposed to going, well, the economy is becoming really hard. Cost of living's going up. I might as well fall in line and start moaning with everyone else. What you learn to do is, if you apply discipline, is you stay in your lane and you go, right, things are happening around me which I have no control over. But what I can do is I can control how I adapt and how resilient and how your bounce back time becomes so much quicker. Let's take someone who is overweight. Life is about longevity. So if you are overweight, but on the flip side, you're trying to earn more money, you're trying to be the best that you can for you and your family, you're trying to provide, you're trying to aim towards something, but you're overweight and you're not in good shape, you don't have longevity. So for me, there's a part that's missing, and the discipline is to stay in good shape and good health so that everything that you're doing, you have the longevity to enjoy it further down the road. The two don't make sense to me. Someone who's unhealthy, overweight, not living a good lifestyle, feeling crappy, because when you consume rubbish foods, you're never at your best. You're never going to perform because you're not fueling yourself with the high quality foods, the high quality fluids that you need in order to perform your best to provide for your family or your personal, your professional, your financial life, whatever you're aiming towards, whatever you define success as. If you're not marrying that up with a good healthy lifestyle, at least the majority of the week, what's the point? You have no longevity in your life. So there is a lack of discipline. You're not holding yourself accountable. You don't value yourself enough. So for me, there is a balance. I like to have a cheat meal at the weekend, but my God, during the week, I train like an animal. I train every day, apart from Sundays, but I do train every day, but sometimes I train twice a day. I fully understand. I now have the luxury where I have time freedom that I can train twice a day. My day is my own. But for the people that can only train once a day, is it in the morning? Do you need to get up an hour earlier? Are you falling back on the typical excuse of, Aaron, I'd love to, mate, but I don't have time? You do. I would find you time. If I took your phone right now and I went through your data usage and I scrolled through, am I going to find time? Yeah, probably. Too much time on Instagram. You've been watching hours upon hours of Netflix. You've been listening to YouTube or watching YouTube. And it's not even productive things. It's not podcasts, it's not motivation, it's not educational stuff. You've been scrolling, watching shorts, mind-numbing activities. You have time to work out. You have time to educate. You have time to better your life. And if you go and take a look at a lot of my short form content, especially on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, some people find me quite bullish and to the point, and you're wrong. You can't say that. You can't do that. Well, I can. It's my channel. But the point and the message I'm getting at is if you want change, we all have the ability to change. So let's have a look at some key things that people struggle with or typically come up in conversations. Aaron, I want to change my life, but I'm struggling to cut people off. So my counter question is, why? Well, they have been in my life my whole life, friends or family or immediate family. Okay, what's the excuse? I don't see where you're struggling. Well, it's my sister, or it's my brother, or it's my mum. They're not supportive. They don't approve of what I do. They don't really want to know. They think I should just do this, and they have an idea of what I should be doing. Okay, you need to be disciplined enough to say to yourself, this is my life. You need fulfillment. If you don't have purpose, you'll seek negative pleasure. That's a fact. So you need to make a decision, and you need to say, I value myself enough, and I have a vision, I have a goal. And unfortunately, someone who is in my immediate family or a long-term friend is not supporting that. You have two options, really. Offer the olive branch first time. Look, I'm not asking you to be involved. Just support me. Don't be negative about it, and that's it. If it continues to be a barrier and it's a problem, you cut them off. You are disciplined enough to do that. You hold yourself accountable to making the change that you know you need to. Hence why I say in a lot of my content, there are no excuses. We can't blame the cost of living for you being short of a penny or two, because there's an answer to this. Okay, so you haven't got enough money and the cost of living's going up. We all know that's happening right now. So what do you need to do? Increase your cash flow. So now we need to apply discipline. Discipline in what though, Aaron? Education. You don't know what you don't know. So start learning. Is your social circle positive enough? Are you hanging around negative people, moaning people who love to spend their last penny on a fag and a bit of booze? Are you spending time with people who gossip, who like to talk about other people? Are you around people that don't want more for their life? And from 13 years old, and they're now 34 years old, they're the same person. They wear the same clothes, they talk the same, there's been no growth, there is no personal development going on. Are you around these people? If so, it's not their fault, it's yours. You are solely responsible and you own that and change it. All of you can surround yourself with ambitious, self-driven, successful people, blending from starting a business, in business, sold a business, mindset, talking people who are positive, life coaches, entrepreneurs, creative people, happy people, people that want you to do well. All of these people are out there. You can find them. Networking, online, choose the people, limit what you see and what you want to see. What is good for your mental health? If you're not where you want to be, no one else is to blame. If your health is not where it should be, no one else is to blame. We have to take 100% ownership and accountability of bettering our lives. And this is the exciting part. Imagine applying, just for a second, humour me here. Imagine having 12 months all to yourself where you apply absolute discipline to a goal that you have, and it's 12 months and you make no excuses. Imagine if we gave you 12 months where you could just do what you wanted, just 1 year, and the world said, right, go off and do your thing in 12 months. And you committed to it. Imagine what you could actually achieve in 12 months. It's a long time. And let me just give you an example. Let's say you're hanging around with bad people and you open up your WhatsApp and the last 10 conversations that you've had, there's no progress, there's no development, there's nothing really of productivity happening. Guess what? That afternoon, you could get rid of all of them. You don't have to do it in a nasty way. You could block, you could say, look, I just need some time. I'm working on some new goals. I'll see you soon. You can do it that afternoon. It can all be done immediately. You haven't got to wait. You haven't got to think, I'll do that next Monday. So believe it or not, change can happen immediately if you act upon it. But it's priorities, isn't it? It's like people who moan about not having enough money. Well, when we really look at their finances, how structured and disciplined are they with their finances? So my first question would be, okay, so I hear you're saying you don't have enough money and you're struggling to make more money. But what we need to do first and foremost is we need to do a financial evaluation. How much money do you spend at the weekend? If any at all. Do you go out? Do you like restaurant meals? Do you go to the pub? Do you go to the bar? Are you dating? Are you spending all your money on meeting someone for meals? You're paying for everything. Do you love the boxing? Do you love the football? Are you a drinker? Do you smoke a lot? Have you got unlimited amount of subscriptions on your TV? Netflix, Now, Apple, Prime? Are you paying for Prime delivery? You know, have you got memberships? Have you got subscriptions that you're just not using anymore? We all have. Everyone has excess spending when you really look at your finances thoroughly. So instantly, everyone can make a saving. You can claw back money. So that's the first thing. Having a good old look at your finances and going, blimey, I've actually got an extra 180 quid a month, which I didn't realise that was just going out the door because it was on a direct debit. Or are you in debt? Why are you in debt? Address it. Actually look at yourself and say, well, I've got 3 grand's worth of debt. Why? How did that happen? Who made that choice? Well, it's because, you know, so-and-so. No, you made that choice. And look, I'm fully aware there are some things in the world that happen. There's a catastrophe, it's horrific, and you had no, you couldn't get out of it. But we are talking far and few between. Most bad choices came from a lack of education, probably around the wrong people who were doing similar things, and you've just followed suit, and now you're in a bit of a bad situation. But rather than changing it, you just want to moan about it. So when you apply discipline, let's just go through some other points which are really important to me. When you want more money, you want better health, you want more purpose, you want better relationships, personally and, in business or whatever you're starting. If you want a better job, if you want to be around really good people that are going to uplift you and keep you in a positive mindset, it's all doable. I really want you to take away that, your life can change very quickly, but you have to pull the trigger on it. I would imagine this, take 12 months to commit to yourself, and then imagine a 5-year map of where you want to be. And in this 5-year map, it's who you want to be around, what you want to have, your reason why, and ultimately you want to have lifelong fulfillment. What I really want to stress, and my message in a lot of my videos is that you don't want to get to a stage in your life where you're going to look back and think, I should have done something. I could have done something. The possibility was there for the taking. Like, I had my opportunity and I didn't take it. And I really want people to avoid getting to what is called the midlife crisis and going, I'm bitter, I'm regretful, and almost letting life swallow you up in this negative bubble of, there's no way out of it. I have a lot of conversations during most weeks where people will say to me who have an older generation who watch my content, and they say, Aaron, I'm 30, 40, 50 years old. I have got to a stage where, if I'm being totally honest, I haven't done enough. I never really committed to anything. And I'm in a situation now where I wish I'd have done more. What can I do? The honest answer is, happy days. You've admitted it. The first part of being accountable and having discipline in your life is just being honest and saying, no, I haven't done enough. But now the great part is you can change your whole life around. You can do anything you want. Again, health, professional, financially, whatever it is, it's all there for the taking. And let me remind all of you, we are in a world, an abundance, in fact, of information. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know who you don't know. It's all there for the taking. You want to meet new people? Great. Do it online or face-to-face. You want to earn more money? Great. Go on the internet, type in ChatGPT, top 5 ways to make money in the most realistic ways. Show me a step-by-step way to make an extra £1,000 a month. The blueprint's there. Great quote is, if I turn around to you, if you've got no idea how to bake a cake, but I turn around to you and said, follow this recipe, you'd probably end up with some form of a cake. So the blueprint to change your life, there are millions of blueprints everywhere. To earn more money, there's a blueprint. To change your life, there's a blueprint. To overcome anxiety, depression, there's a blueprint. To get in better health, physically and mentally, there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint for everything. All you need to do is copy the recipe, give it a good go, be disciplined every day, show up on the days you really don't want to, and apply it day after day. Day after day, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Some people see success a lot quicker than others. But again, going back to don't compete with other people. Your time for success, however you define that, will come. But one thing that is guaranteed, success will never come if you don't pursue it and you don't show up. Prime example, do I want to work out every single day? The honest answer is no, because there are some days where I'm just knackered, I'm shattered, and I just think, I can't be fucking arsed today. But I still show up. And it's that feeling of, I get in the gym, I have my pre-workout, I've got a busy day ahead, admin work, papers to complete, client work, Zoom calls, meetings, traveling to London. And before I have my workout at like 6:30 in the morning, I'm thinking, you lay in bed and you think, oh, I can't be arsed. Just for that split second, it's so much easier just to lay in bed. But then I battle with myself and I think, Aaron, if you do not get up, you are cheating yourself and you are losing an opportunity to make progress. I get in the gym, I force myself down there. That's always the hardest part. Pop the old pre-workout, get that tingly feeling, start working out, blood starts pumping, and then I start releasing the endorphins. I get that dopamine hit, and now I'm in a great mood. I'm thinking, I'm so glad I went to the gym and I showed up. I was disciplined enough, regardless of me not wanting to do it, feeling knackered, overwhelmed, spinning a million plates, got a million different thoughts going through my brain of what I should do. Well, I've got this, trying to deal with a million things going on. But the most important thing, I hit that core fundamental. I got to the gym. I set my day up. I released the stress, good stress that I can manage through a workout. Then I got my dopamine hit, and now I'm on to a winner for the rest of the day. And then I'm excited to work out the next time I'm in the gym. I mean, that's how important your health is. Isn't it strange, as humans, we know that if we eat cleaner and we live a healthier life, we'll have a longer and healthier and higher performing lifestyle. But yeah, sometimes we really give in. I went to the gym this morning. I knew I had to film this video and I was pumped for it. I was excited to share this information. Whereas if I had crap food, barely any sleep, no vitamins, no workout, I've got to be honest, I'd probably sit here feeling sluggish, feeling a little bit bloated, not really wanting to talk about this. There are times where I just don't want to film, but I know I need to show up because it's a part of my progress. It's a part of the bigger picture. I want change. I want massive success. Not just financially, but in every part of my life. I really, really want to achieve as much as I can for the time that I'm on this earth. And I want you to do the same. I really do. I just want you to taste it. I want you to give it a go. I could make every excuse like everyone else. Cost of living, this, that. It's not, can't afford the gym, can't do this, can't do that. Rather than saying you can't, and if you say it enough, you're going to believe it. And you lower your self-esteem. You'll have a lack of confidence, and then it's all gone to shit. Rather than saying that, say that you can. Say that you will, and then be around other people who say the same. You can do it. You can do it, Sophie. You can do it, Brian. You can do it, Dave. You can. Opposed to, oh, that sounds tough. It's like when starting a business, the first thing a lot of the older generations say as well, like baby boomers, but other people who have got no idea about the 21st century, the 2023 business model, which is literally a phone and a laptop right now. That's literally your key, and social media for marketing and branding. There's minimal risk. They used to say once upon a time, most businesses fail within the first 2 years. 90% of businesses fail within the first 2 years. That's gone down to 18.4%. Why? Because we're not hiring warehouses with 30 staff, hiring tax advisors, accountants, and vehicles, and, stationery, big printers. We're not doing that anymore. We haven't got to hire an entire office floor. We're talking laptop and a phone and your time. If you don't have money, you put in time. It's where we all start. So the risk is actually very minimal, but don't be put off by the people who say, oh, that sounds risky. I wouldn't do that. No, you wouldn't do it. And you're probably right, you wouldn't. But I'm going to, because I'm consistent. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to be accountable. I'm going to own it. And do you know what? Failure is coming. I'll tell you something else as well. Discipline's great for getting yourself back on the horse. The best people I know who have been really successful, they have short bounce back times. Failure, rejection, boom, back on the horse. No deals, no money, but back on the horse. Because they're disciplined. Right, didn't work out today, had a really bad day. Tomorrow morning, I'm back in the gym, and then I'm smashing the work. I'm smashing the business. I'm going to work, I'm going home, saying hello to the family, and then I'm opening up the laptop and I'm back at it. I'm disciplined, day in, day out. Stick with it. I could talk about this all day, but this is the bigger picture. Discipline and consistency is the answer to all of your successes, I promise you. I'd love to know what you think of this type of style video. I'm going to be doing more of these where it's a little bit more organic, me just sitting here. This is also going to be going on Spotify and iTunes. It's like a solo podcast almost. And I'm going to be covering off these different points. So if you did like it, please do like and subscribe. I'm excited to start this kind of new playlist, which I'm going to be doing. And I hope it offers a lot of value. But look, my main message across all of my platforms, short form, long form, my message is very clear. You can achieve anything you want to if you take 100% accountability and you are disciplined enough to see it through to the end. The good days, the bad days, and the really, really ugly days, and believe me, all three are coming. And the likelihood is you're going to see more bad and ugly days than you will see good. But the good days well outweigh the bad days. I promise you that. I'm living and breathing it. So please do like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Go smash it. Everything's possible. And any success stories, I want to hear about them, and I'll read them out on some of my videos, live streams, or my short form content. And until then, I'll see you all on the next video.